The Johnny Depp case happened quite a while ago now, and I was making videos about trends and kind of seeing how far they go, how long they'll last, and I gotta be honest, I wasn't totally curious until they just didn't stop. Now I'm actually kind of curious to see when they will stop, because every single day on X, which is one of the big ones, they're still trending. And now the number 3 one of I Stand With is I Stand With Amber Heard, right under a couple of others you probably recognize. So I figured we'd take a look at the side of Amber's fans and their opinion on recent events. The first one up is claiming that there were all these witnesses that saw Amber's bruises, but the clips are pretty cut up. They're not straight through. It's 2 minutes of a lot of people, cherry picked and stuff like that. And what they saw was the bruise kit bruises. They can't actually independently verify where the bruises were, how bad they were, and that kind of thing, because as we know, she used that bruise kit. I mean, we've got a picture of it, which is an accidental picture. But let's move on to something more recent. This Halloween costume got out, and I heard our opinion and gave my opinion, but what's the opinion of people who are on Amber's side? DV survivors are not a costume. I stand with Amber Heard. Well, the point is that she wasn't actually a survivor. The bruises there are pretty out of control, actually. This is sick. It's 2023 and you're dressing as a victim of DV and sexual assault as a costume. Question mark, exclamation point. All right. Well, I said, to be fair, you've probably heard, for kids seeing it, well, okay, not that great. But for adults, well, we know that the victim wasn't necessarily proven to be the victim. Not where it counted. And this person says, with not the best sentence structures and English, the truth is that James Wan and all DC are so pathetic trying to justify the fact that they don't wanted Amber to have a big role in the first movie because she was the best part of it. I stand with Amber. She was the best part of it. Hey, maybe you liked Merriman, but to say she was the best part of it, I think is pretty ridiculous. I mean, objectively speaking, without even feelings, it's safe to say Momoa's a better actor. It's also safe to say the scenery and the overall feel of the movie were better than Mera. And you might know this person, Emily Hampshire, dressed up like Amber for Halloween, and she apologized for it, saying things like, I was so insensitive and thoughtless, I'm deeply sorry, and things like that. So what do Amber fans think? Are they cool? Are they like, okay, thank you for the apology? No. What they're saying is, not only this, but Emily also needs to apologize directly to Amber and not just say she was thoughtless and careless and things like that, because that's not enough for them. Gonna need to see proof of a genuine apology directly to Amber. She's been living in hell for years and you absolutely just made it worse. Great to apologize to the public, but that's not the important apology. Apologize to the woman you harmed. Assuming this Halloween costume of Amber harmed Amber. I'm sure Amber's not the first person in history of the world to see someone dress up like them for Halloween. And to note, Emily's costume was very clean. It was just a suit. There were no bruises or anything like that. I think she shouldn't have apologized. She could have said something like, oh, maybe that was distasteful, a little bit of a mistake. Oh, well, not next year. Not a full out, oh my God, I'm so sorry. This hurt everyone and my feelings. You know, you might want to say like, all right, not the best call, guys. My bad. Next year will be different. Leave it at that. This one here from November 2nd. They just keep going and going and going. So a common thing that comes up here is, why are we still talking about Amber? Well, her fans are still talking about it. So if there's no counterpoints and the people spreading the facts go away, then this stuff grows and keeps getting bigger and seems like they're not going anywhere. And they point out, it's still trending, I stand with Amber. So if you see someone you disagree with still trending and gaining traction, why would you back off and say, I'm not talking about it? If you do, they just grow. That's it. That's the fact. It's not really my opinion. That's objective. It doesn't go for Amber. It goes for anything in the world. So if you're asking, well, why are we still talking about her? That's your answer. And it is kind of interesting to see exactly how long this thing will go. And this is about In the Fire, which apparently comes out November 6th in the UK and Ireland. Ignore the review bombing of the movie and give it a watch. It's as brilliant and memorable as any great gothic mystery thriller of its kind could get. Now, here's the thing people like minded with Amber fans always use this review bombing term. Well, the thing is, you don't see a good movie get review bombed. You see trashy remakes that destroy the source material and they don't honor the original characters get review bombed. And the reason is they're not good. This is not quite a remake, but in the same light, it's just probably not a good movie. Haven't seen it, so yeah, can't say for sure. I mean, if it was actually good, but people didn't like Amber, you have to say that. The movie's awesome, but, I'm not a fan of Amber, so I couldn't see it. But I gotta say, it's not a bad movie. You gotta be fair. I'm not exactly sure, but if you like Justice League or don't like it, the fact that Amber's in it is a personal call for you, and if you review it, you gotta just judge it as a movie and keep your feelings aside unless you make it clear that those are your personal opinion feelings. But what are we talking about? I'd bet quite a bit the movie ain't good. Anyway, I'm on X Hacker, kind of named after this channel. Maybe give me a follow. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you don't, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.